Alrighty, so here we are at part 3. The roasted tomatoes, peppers, and onions, they are done. They are just cooling. I have decided, because I showed you that mushroom earlier, that I was thinking kind of like a fajita type salad bowl. That's what I'm saving all of this for, and I've seasoned it very lightly. And I've also sauteed another pepper, a red one, with some purple onion, mushrooms, and then spritzed it with some balsamic vinegar in order to just be really light with my seasonings, and especially if I just want a hint of a vinegar on a salad or rice or whatever. I put a lot of them just in little spray bottles. These are ones that I found. You can find these in the grocery store at the beauty section or in the dollar store, really inexpensive. Since this is nearly done, what I'm going to do now is just add a little bit of liquid, because the mushrooms are full of water. You don't need anything in there to saute those. You can do it, put a little bit of water, if you want to, though they weren't sticking at all. I'm adding a little bit of lemon juice. And this is because I added oregano to this and some garlic, and so I'm going for an Italian. I'm running out of room in my fridge to store things. I've already put away the big batch of oatmeal that I had an enormous bowl, and it made extra. I also have leftovers. Oh, sorry. I had some of that red lentil curry. You may have seen that video. And that made a really big batch, so I still have one more bowl of that to clean up before I can make room for the lemon chickpea soup I was talking about in the last video. So what I'm going to do here now is add some kale. This is just some more frozen greens that I bought a big bag of this chopped up kale, and I'm adding this with that lemon. And since this is going to be in a very savory dish with some whole wheat pasta, then I don't mind adding a more bitter green. I like the taste of bitter greens, and with the balsamic vinegar and some garlic, depending on the type of sauce that I put together. I'm just going to let this cool and have this for dinner later. I just wanted to prepare everything to give me a little more room in the fridge. I may make a lemony type of a sauce, though I also like pasta with the vegetables, and I'll use a little bit of the starch water when I'm cooking the pasta to just give this a touch of liquid, put in some nutritional yeast, maybe some more seasoning, and that's just enough moisture that it doesn't overwhelm the pasta. I don't want my pasta soupy at all, and I'm just using a whole grain spaghetti at another box, just something I needed to clean up before I make big batches of new stuff. I like to go through and clean up what I already have on hand. That really maximizes my budget, make sure I'm keeping on top of what I have in my pantry. So you see how much that cooked down already. And since it is so little, and I love greens, I'm going to add a little bit more to that, and then spray on some of the balsamic vinegar. This gives a nice color too, so if you're hosting anyone that they feel like they like the browning effect, that you can certainly get that from a water saute, depending on the temperature, how long you're cooking it, those type of things. So the balsamic vinegar spray gives it a nice color. If you've seen the savory oat patties that I use for my breakfast sandwiches, at the end of the cooking, I actually spray those savory oat patties with a little bit of that balsamic vinegar, and it definitely gives it that tangy flavor, which I like, and also gives it that nice darker color. Does visuals matter? I think this is beautiful. What do you think? What do you think? Can you see yourself eating this? The varieties of things that you could do with pasta, with rice, over potatoes, putting some of these things on a pizza. These are ingredients. So these are the foundations and the starts of meals that I'm going to put together. I could easily just have these chilled, put them on a salad, have them on a cold rice salad, even a cold pasta salad. It's a way for me to streamline, so throughout the week, when I have a little bag of things in the fridge, in the freezer, little containers, then it's easy for me to pull something together quickly when I'm working really long days, when I'm putting together a lunch. And this saves time, saves money, helps me to dine well on a budget and get a lot of nutrition, which is essential for me to better manage chronic conditions. How about you? How do you cook throughout the week? Does batch cooking work for you? Have you never batch cooked? Would you like to learn more? Subscribe. This is how I've been cooking, living, and handling my menu plan for decades. Thanks for watching. Bye.